Season 8! We didn't even plan that.
We didn't.
We got it.
We did it anyway.
We got it. Welcome back, guys. We are so happy to be back. It's been a while. Been too long. So we took our break and we've got plenty of shows for you. Lots of fun things coming. But today is really fun. We've got a guest coming on.
We do. We have a guest. Very special guest.
We do. And currently we do not know his name. But this person is in quarantine right now, as everybody else is, or most people.
He was sent to us because of all that's going on.
Right.
He's a really good person to talk to because he's very well up on all the quarantine things.
Yeah, he knows what to do for quarantine and everything. So we're going to be calling him.
But we haven't ever met him, so this is going to be fun.
Yeah, that's what he calls. So we're going to call him on the phone because social distancing.
Right? Yeah,
he's
we're
not going to
bring him in here.
So he's
not a good idea.
He's somewhere else, but so he's quarantined as we are, as many other people are. So we're going to call him and ask him some very important questions on what to do in quarantine.
Right.
So we can go ahead and call him.
All right, let's give him a call.
Hello there.
Hi.
Sir, how are you doing?
Thank you for joining us.
Well, hello. I'm just putting on my hand sanitizer so I don't get any germs from the YouTube.
Okay.
Hey, better safe than sorry, right?
All right, yeah.
That's what I always say.
Okay, so we're having you on because, as many people know, there's a quarantine going on and people are staying at home, to be safe. So we've heard you know a lot about quarantine and can answer some of our questions.
Well, what's your name first?
Yeah, what is your name?
First off, I'll answer any question you have, but I will not answer that one. I don't tell people my name.
Okay.
I'm what they call off the grid.
Really? That's exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't, and if I tell you my name, you know what happens then.
No.
Okay.
If I say my name, then, because the government's after me probably, so.
Oh, then it'd be a giveaway. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so I don't want them to know my name.
So, we're just going to ask you some questions on quarantining and to just give the public what they need to know at home while they're quarantined.
Right.
So, we can start with the first question, which is...
is that a lime?
A lime?
Well, I ordered this lime from Amazon, and it's actually plastic, which is very disappointing when you're quarantining. So I thought I'd try it again to see if it was better. No, it's not.
Okay.
Still plastic.
All right. Well, our first question is, how long have you been in quarantine?
Oh, let me think about this one for a second. So, I remember the year was 2012, but actually plans for it started in 2010 and a half, probably. But do you remember that whole Mayan calendar thing, that the world was going to end in 2012?
Oh, yeah.
They made a movie about it starring John Cusack. Not that good.
All right, so when is the last time you went out to get supplies, and what precautions did you take when you did that?
I don't go outside to get supplies.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Okay.
Never, ever?
Wow, okay.
That is so 2010.
Wow. Well, what do you do then? I mean, so you never go outside?
Yeah, you can't trust the outdoors. It's what my mother used to tell me.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then how do you get all your supplies?
Yeah, how do you get them?
Well, you may have heard of this little thing called Amazon. I don't know why I put it in air quotes, but you go on, I think they call it the interwebs. You go on that.
Yeah.
And you go to Amazon. Well, I do a fair, hold on. Yes, sorry, I was distracted for a second. There was a moth in the room.
Okay.
His name was Steve.
Pet moth.
All right.
Well, he's not. I mean, can you really own an animal? I mean, that's what I always say.
So you have friends then, not really pets.
Just Steve and Hillbilly Joe and his mule Barnabas.
So someone brings you your supplies, we're guessing? Is that how that works? Or?
Yes. And I don't like to use credit cards because that is when you only use those if you're on the grid. So I call Amazon. No, I don't. How do I do it? Steve, how do we order from Amazon?
Do you not remember?
Steve, the moth I mentioned, he has a great memory, but he is not in a talkative mood right now. So, yes, I remember. What we do is I put a letter in the mailbox, but I don't use the U.S. Postal Service because that is government run. And if you let them near your house, pretty soon they're taking more than your mail, if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
What's that, Steve? Steve? 'Steve? He just got eaten by a bird.
Okay.
He just got eaten by a bird. What's that, Steve? Steve? He just got eaten by a bird. 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 Steve?
There's a bird in your house,
You have
too.
a bird?
Well, my roof blew off 3 years ago due to a tornado. It's not funny. If your roof blew off and I started laughing at you, you'd feel really sad in your heart.
Wow.
Well, aren't you kind of outdoors then? I mean, you don't have a roof.
Yes, I put a tarp up, but those birds are unpredictable creatures, and they will unzip your tarp and fly right in. That's what my mom used to say.
Wow.
Okay.
Go back to
Anyway.
Amazon. I'm curious.
Yeah,
Yeah, so how we order is I put a note in my alternative mailbox, and my friend Hillbilly Joe gallops on by on his mule. Well, the mule doesn't really gallop. It only has 3 legs, and it kind of hobbles on by, and they pick up the mail, but it beats walking it to Amazon headquarters, I always say. Anyway, so we send it over there, and about 33 business days later, I get all the supplies I could ever want. Not to my house, of course. Never to
your
my
house.
It doesn't go to your house? Where does
No?
it go?
Yes, it goes to a small alley. I'm not going to tell you the name of it because you will then try to find me.
I don't think
but
we
it goes
would.
to
I don't-
you will. Everybody wants to know what's going on with. I'm not going to tell you my name, but they want to know. I get lots of fan mail from Hillbilly Joe and Steve. Not from Steve anymore though.
Because he's gone.
Yeah, he's dead.
I'm sorry about Steve.
I'm sorry.
That is hard. Oh my.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Poor Steve.
Yeah, anyway, so, well, he's gone. What can I do? But I don't like to leave my house because leaving your house is the best way to get a sunburn or a sickness, is what my mom used to say. And
So how do you get to the alley?
Yeah.
Well, I have this really long, those grippy things. I have a 3-mile long grippy thing that reaches to the alley.
3 miles. Wow.
Several times a year, it gets hit by an oncoming vehicle and broken in half. And then I have to order a new one, and it's very hard to retrieve that from the bucket because I don't have one to get it with.
I guess you can ask the next one.
So, what would you do?
Whoa, what's...
Oh my.
Okay. What are you doing?
Wow.
I've been trying for 4 years to open this here can of Joan of Arc black beans. Seems a
years.
weird
Wow.
brand name for beans. She must have really loved them, that Joan of Arc.
She must have. You don't have a can opener?
No, I lost that in the flood of 2013.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, you
Oh,
would not be upset.
Let's see what we got here.
Sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, yeah, were you talking to me or were you talking to Steve? Because he died.
I was talking to you, actually.
Oh.
We were asking
Yeah, I was trying to find something to watch on Grilla TV.
Gorilla TV.
That's a new one. I haven't heard of
Yeah.
that.
Yes,
heard that.
I subscribed to that because one of the birds who attacked my house dropped a note. And it just said Gorilla TV and yes or no in boxes, and I checked yes.
What would
Well,
you do?
as you know, quarantine life is very difficult.
So, you don't use the internet then? That's not something you use?
No, and sometimes I like to play Xbox with Hillbilly Joe, but I don't let him in my house.
How
so
does
we
he
have
play
to we have to use the internet, but I don't really like to use it, so I have to turn a crank to make it work.
Turn on
Oh,
your
okay.
internet.
Wow.
Wow. Who's your
Yeah, no,
provider?
you just have to crank it the entire time. That crank, goodness.
So our next question for you is, why did
Yes,
you...
yes, okay. Yes.
Now he's on the phone.
All right, we're getting interrupted.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was just talking to Steve.
I thought Steve
A different
died.
Steve?
Yeah.
Oh, Lucia. How could you?
Oh, no.
I'm okay.
Well,
All right, well, next question. Why did you decide to go into quarantining? Like, was there a reason for that, or?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would,
actually.
yeah, we would love to know.
Oh, okay. I've been saying that to everyone, everything they say, just to see. I went in because of the Mayan calendar, and I thought the world was going to end, but then I realized there are so many good reasons to quarantine.
to never leave.
You wanna
never
know
leave.
them?
Sure,
yeah.
yeah.
I have three reasons why it's great to quarantine. One, you never get sick, except for
Ever.
sometimes.
You never get
Sometimes
sick.
you get sick when Barnabas the donkey has the sniffles. You do get sick from that.
Okay.
But it's okay because he's just a donkey and he didn't know to cover his mouth with his elbow. And does he even have an elbow? So you
Especially
don't get
if he
sick.
only has 3 legs.
Yeah, he doesn't like when you bring. I'm sorry, Barnabas. She didn't know that you were sensitive about that. I was telling Barnabas that you didn't know that he doesn't like when people say it out loud.
Oh, sorry,
we're
Barnabas.
sorry, Barnabas.
And I was having to yell because he's 3 miles away at the bucket. We have one of those little tin cans on a string.
Yeah.
It's 3 miles long, and Hillbilly Joe carries it with him when he goes to the bucket so I can say things.
Oh, okay.
That's
All
your
right.
telephone. But you have a phone, though. You just answered it. That's so interesting.
Yeah.
I throw it away every day because I don't want anybody tracking it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Point number 2, people aren't that great anyway. And who needs them? That's what my mom used to say as she walked away from me on the playground.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
And then 3, I'm still working on that one. I have not come up with number 3 yet, but it is going to be a 3-point plan for why it's good to quarantine.
Okay. All right.
You are an
Cool.
expert, it sounds like. Oh, my.
I don't, sir. I don't think you want to eat that.
It's not what
don't-
that's for.
You don't know until you try it. That's what I always say.
Except for
right.
going outside.
But-
You don't try
but-
that.
Children should never do that, just so that any children. I don't know. Do people watch your YouTube show, or is it just the 2 of you?
People
Do you
watch
just-
it, so let's just
Do
put
you?
that out
Oh.
there. You probably don't want to eat hand sanitizer. It's probably not.
No.
Don't.
No. I mean, you don't.
Well, what do you do with all your time in quarantine?
Yeah.
Because people are being at home so much, they want to know what to do with all their time.
Yeah.
My life is very difficult. Yes. Okay. Baby
sir?
Tiger King, the home movie. Oh, that sounds cute.
Are you
Okay.
with us? Are you okay? All right.
Yeah, sorry. I was checking through this new streaming service I just signed up for. It's called Wongamanga, and it looks like a good one.
So that's what you do.
So you
you
just-
watch streaming services.
That's all you do?
Yeah, and it is very difficult. You know, people on the prairie, they didn't know how good they had it.
Did
Wow.
they when they were farming and? They
Yeah,
didn't have-
I imagine that they got to do great things like stand outside or stand inside or look at the wall. Those things sound so much better than what I'm doing right now. Oh, there's a new streaming service called Jingle Jangle. It's like Hallmark movies, but lower quality. That's
that's-
what they take a Hallmark script and they crumple it up into a ball. And then they cut it into pieces and rearrange the words. And then they film it.
So that just must not make much sense. Just gibberish. Okay.
Yeah, last time there was this couple that fell in love at the beginning, and then they didn't know each other by the end. I was confused.
That would be confusing. When's the last time you've been sick since you've been outside?
This is my friend Janice. The last time I was sick, last Tuesday.
Really?
Really?
That's a
Okay.
shame.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
sneezed.
One
last
sneeze.
Tuesday.
One sneeze?
Yeah, but that's a world record for me.
World
Wow.
record.
One sneeze. Okay.
Yeah, one sneeze in a row. All right.
Wow.
So
Steve used to sneeze 19 times in a row.
Oh, we don't talk about him. We learned
yeah, Steve.
that. So, what would you say the
We're sorry.
Why did you have to bring him up again?
You brought them up.
just
we didn't bring
leave
them.
it?
Oh, leave it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't speak with me. Don't speak with me. I've been taking up some new hobbies. You said Steve again. I heard it.
You get over that real quick. All right.
Yeah. Well, you can't dwell on things. That's what my mom used to say. She said it doesn't matter. That's only something you liked. I didn't like it, so that's what she said.
That's what she said. Okay.
Oh my!
Wow. Okay. What's going on here?
I am practicing my ventriloquism.
Wow!
Wow. So convincing.
Yes,
so you can
thank you.
sing. Wow!
Wow. Didn't know
Only
that.
I can only sing in ventriloquism, not in real life.
Just
Okay. There's a difference.
Very good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What would you say the worst thing people could possibly do in quarantine would be?
Well, as I've told you, one of the hardest things for me is having so many streaming services.
Hard
Oh,
to keep track of.
yeah, it's hard to know what is on what station. You know?
So
Yeah.
you would say the worst thing is to get too many streaming services? Is that what you would say?
It's what makes life so difficult. I get very bored because there are also when you were trying to get a world record on your Xbox, and then Steve Okay, I can do it. Okay, so I was playing Xbox with Steve. He was so good at may he rest in peace. He was so good at Xbox. And that was the hardest part, losing to a moth. I think that's the hardest thing in quarantine.
That's it. Losing to a moth. You
So-
heard it here, folks.
Yeah, so if you play Xbox during quarantine, never play with a moth. They are natural gamers.
You know what?
Wow.
The people need to know. Thank you for that.
They do. Oh, yeah. So, we have one last question for you about quarantining. What's the best advice you live by that would be helpful for other people in quarantine?
The most important thing I've always found is to believe in yourself.
That's a good
one.
thing, yeah. That's a good one.
Surprisingly good.
But never go outside because the world is out to get you. One time I said to Hillbilly Joe that he should believe in himself, and the donkey just kicked me in the teeth.
Ow. Wow, okay.
It's okay, my teeth are made of steel.
Steel teeth.
How did you get that?
Well, let's just say that wasn't the first time that Barnabas the donkey kicked me in the chops. But you can't go to the dentist in quarantine. Dentists are the off limits. That's what the first rule of the Mayan calendar was: never go to the dentist.
First rule, okay.
So, did you put
Yeah,
the
that's
teeth
what
in
the-
yourself?
Well, I had a little help, but I can't tell you from who.
That's a secret.
Well,
I'm
I
guessing
can.
Hillbilly Joe?
I can tell you. I did put him in myself, but I was soothed by the sounds of... That didn't even sound... That last note sounded weird. I don't know. Like, it's hard to think of real advice to tell people during the quarantine. I think the main thing that I could tell you is... limit your streaming services.
Limit them?
Limit
Okay,
them.
alright. Just probably don't want to have over
Only
60.
sign up for 54 max.
Well, thank you, Sir Anonymous. I don't know your name.
What? What's that, Hillbilly Joe?
He stole at your bucket.
He's just waiting there.
Yeah, he's like waiting for the delivery, but I'm not so sure I sent that letter to Amazon.
Oh boy.
Also, I don't know why he's there, because I use that long thing.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
There's a corn dog in the bucket. I did not order that. It's not even in a baggie. What? Yeah, okay. There's a duckling in a sock in the bucket. Why? Who put that duckling in a sock? You find out right now. You did. Because you were bored? Sorry, guys. I was just talking to Hillbilly Joe, and you know what he said?
We heard he has a duckling in a sock.
Yeah, he said that's the duckling's favorite thing is to be in a sock.
That's
You guys laugh at all my troubles. I don't even know.
it's hard. We're sorry.
I do need a snack, though. I need a snack, I
don't.
think.
Please don't. No.
Please don't.
Don't
How about
eat
go
that.
back to your plastic fruit?
Yeah, go back to
I can mix these two together.
That's not any better. Please don't.
No?
No.
No?
Let's. You had fun. Living in the quarantine hard life that you have.
Harder than the prairie.
Harder than Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, they had it so easy. Oh, what's this? Dilly Dally. It's a new streaming service from the makers of Schmergle Burgle, and it's a really good one.
Again, thank you, Sir/Anonymous, for coming on and sharing your quarantine life. We really appreciate it, and we hope you keep having fun living at home. Being
I never
quarantined.
have any fun.
With all those streaming services, you'd think you could.
It is such a burden.
Yeah, that's
all
the
those
burden
streaming
part.
services.
You know,
It's
you
actually a
you
burden.
could just cancel your subscriptions. Wouldn't that help?
No, because what else would I do? And if I can't sit
Exactly.
here and complain that I have nothing to do, what am I going to do with my day? Hold on, I'm going to take a picture of this can of beans for Instagram.
You have an Instagram?
You said you
Well,
didn't.
I have, it's not quite Instagram, it's called Instantgram. And we print out the pictures, not with the printer because that's attached to the interwebs. We print them out by sketching and we put them in an envelope and we mail them to each other. Instantgram, it's poorly named because it really should be more like 3 to 5 business day gram.
But I find it interesting that you still take a picture of it and then you draw it.
Yeah.
I need to know how to draw it.
You can't just draw it from life.
No, that's a ridiculous thing you said with your face.
Thank you, and hope you have a great day.
Tell
and
Hillbilly Joe we said hi.
Yes, tell him.
I'm not doing it. Hillbilly Joe, they said hello. They're two girls from the YouTube. They have this show. We've never seen it. He doesn't know who you are, so he will not say hello.
That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. All right. Well, you have a good day there, and hope you keep having fun or not. But hopefully you can come on the show again, and have a great... Okay. Not, never?
One and done, folks.
I'll consider it.
Well, that's a good start. Okay.
Maybe next quarantine we'll bring him back.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it then.
I mean, my next quarantine is always.
We'll see ya, Mr. Anonymous, and see ya maybe never.
What's that? There's something in the bucket? I better go. There's something in the bucket.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was interesting.
Informative.
Yeah, wasn't exactly what we were expecting. Yeah.
We did not expect that, pretty much.
Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you, Mr. Anonymous, for coming on. That was a whole lot of fun. And now it is time for the news.
Hello. As people of the US continue to fight after the very sought-after hygiene product that you probably heard of called toilet paper, we would like to take this moment to thank it for all its service.
That's beautiful. Beautiful. Well, as we face our future days of using the bathroom, we wanted to ask our viewers, what would you do for a roll of toilet paper? And now it is time for the Taylor Treasure Box.
Let's see what we get.
And if there's a few episodes where the box isn't updated right here, it's just because I forgot before we filmed this one, so those ones will be not updated.
Would you rather be pricked by a porcupine or spend 5 days with Bogo Phil 24/7? Oh boy. Honestly, spending 5 days with anyone 24/7 would be hard. And this is only saying you get pricked by a porcupine, which even if you get multiple spikes in you, it's a one-time deal. So I think I'm going to go with that.
Okay. I have to be Frederick, which is a character I do in here. Okay. Let's see if I can get the voice.
Florence! 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 Florence isn't here. Florence! She took the day off. She was supposed to be here. Yeah. She was supposed to come and help me. I don't even know where I am. You're surprised that she didn't show up? Yes. Where is she? You should stop being surprised by that. Florence!
Oh my.
Right.
All right. Well, again, thank you to Mr. Anonymous for coming on. That was a lot of fun.
And everyone, keep having fun in your quarantine.
Yep. And make sure to leave a comment below on what you've been doing during quarantine. And make sure to give this video a like and a comment. Make sure to subscribe. And after you subscribe, make sure to press the bell so you get all of our videos in your notifications box. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at TaylorTreasuresOfficial to see behind the scenes pictures, all sorts of stuff. And we'll see you next time. Bye! Hey guys, thanks for watching that episode. If you'd like to subscribe down here, you can subscribe.
And there's a video over here.
If you'd like to watch a video right here, that'd be awesome. And we'll see you next time. Bye!